Good evening. It is Saturday, June 29th, 1776, and we stand outside the Pennsylvania State House, where the 13 American colonies are teetering precisely on the edge between armed rebellion and outright treason. Just yesterday, behind those closed doors, the Committee of Five officially submitted a draft Declaration of Independence to the Continental Congress. The text was drafted by fellow Virginian Thomas Jefferson, who composed the initial manuscript over the last 2 weeks in a rented second-floor room at 7th and Market Street. This is a view of that working draft. The heavy crossouts and handwritten editorial revisions you see here show that this is a raw, contested document still undergoing intense markups. This revised draft sits on the table awaiting formal debate on Monday morning, July 1st. But for the document to pass, the rules of Congress require absolute unanimity among all 13 colonial delegations. Securing 13 identical votes by Monday is a statistical nightmare. The New York delegation is actively abstaining, Pennsylvania's assembly is dragging its feet, and time is rapidly running out to unite a deeply fractured continent. Turning to our regional coverage, a political earthquake has just fractured neighboring New Jersey, proving that the ground is shifting fast. On June 19th, local authorities detained the colony's royal governor, William Franklin, who notably is the loyalist son of Benjamin Franklin. In the vacuum left by his arrest, provincial leaders immediately drafted a new state constitution, effectively severing ties with royal governance and dispatching an entirely new slate of delegates to Congress. Those new representatives are arriving in Philadelphia right now, carrying strict, written instructions from their constituents to vote in favor of independence on Monday. Congress is already handling the logistics of this shift. They've added New Jersey's Francis Hopkinson to the committee preparing the plan of Confederation and authorized the strategic sale of 300 pounds of gunpowder to Salem County. By aggressively dismantling their royal authority in real time, New Jersey proves that momentum is accelerating away from reconciliation, placing immense pressure on neighboring holdouts like Pennsylvania. Curious, slightly amazed. This political acceleration is being reinforced by a massive shift in the public imagination, sparked by the cultural sensation of the year. This is the title page of a pamphlet called Common Sense, written by an English immigrant named Thomas Paine, and printed right here in Philadelphia by Robert Bell. The publication has shattered all known publishing records. It has sold an estimated 150,000 copies, making its way into taverns and homes across the entire seaboard. Its influence is so pervasive that a rumor is currently circulating through the city. An early, marked-up draft of Jefferson's Declaration supposedly bears the initials TP, suggesting Paine himself secretly consulted on the text. Paine's writing provided the public mandate for the act Congress is considering. It gave ordinary people a framework to see themselves as citizens of a new nation, rather than subjects of an old one. Yet, the political momentum in Philadelphia could be rendered meaningless by the dispatches crossing our war room desk tonight. The news from the Northern Department is grim. The ambitious American invasion of Canada has completely collapsed. What remains of the Continental Army in that sector is diseased, exhausted, and currently staggering into a desperate southward retreat. There is one minor tactical bright spot on the Atlantic coast. American naval forces operating the sloop Squire successfully recaptured the British transport Crawford off Long Island. But that small victory is eclipsed by the primary threat. General George Washington is desperately attempting to fortify New York Harbor against a massive British armada that is closing in fast. The Continental Army is running on fumes. If Congress delays independence any longer, Washington's outgunned forces may be entirely annihilated before the ink on Jefferson's draft even dries. Which brings us to the foreign desk and the ultimate question. Why is passing Jefferson's document on Monday a functional necessity for the Army? The answer lies in classified intercepted intelligence originating 10 days ago from the heart of French royal wealth. On June 19th, King Louis XVI drafted a secret letter to the King of Spain, officially noting that the time has come to humiliate their mutual enemy, England. The French are backing those words with capital, secretly funneling 1 million livres to support the American cause. This conditional logic holds up full military deployment. The French arsenal is ready, but requires formal proof of sovereignty before acting. Without a unanimous vote breaking ties with the British Crown, France views this as an internal dispute and won't risk open war. This means the document sitting in Philadelphia is a functional instrument of war. It is the diplomatic distress signal needed to trigger the foreign intervention that will save Washington's army. With the culture shifted, the military facing annihilation, and global empires waiting in the wings, Monday's vote will finally decide if the 13 colonies will hang together or hang separately.